be very, very clear, because I want to be clear on who should or who should not consider debt relief, right? Let me put it to you this way. I want to be super clear about who should consider this and who should run the opposite way, because this is not for everyone. Now, who should consider debt relief? Well, number one, you should consider debt relief if your debt exceeds 50% of your annual income. So if you make, let's say, $50,000 and owe more than $30,000, you should consider it. I didn't say you should do it. You should call and ask the questions. Number two, you're already severely behind on most of your accounts. You're more than 3 months behind on this stuff. Now, if you're current on your payments, debt relief is not for you. Let me say this one more time. If you're current on your payments, stay in the debt snowball, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later on, but this is not for you. Number three, this is for you if you cannot realistically pay off your debt within the next 5 years. Even with extreme budgeting, you're like, Anthony, I just don't see a foreseeable future of me getting out of debt. Number four, bankruptcy is your only other option if you do not do this. Number five, you have consistent income to fund a settlement account every single month. Keyword is settlement, meaning that if you owe a $5,000 bill, you're going to settle it for maybe $2,500. That's what settlement means. Paid in full means if you owe $5,000, you pay $5,000 in full. Now, who should not consider debt relief? Who should run the opposite way? Number one, your debt is under, I say, $15,000, $20,000. The fees are honestly not worth it. Number two, you have good credit and can qualify, let's say, for a consolidation loan with a lower interest rate. You're not refinancing your loan if it doesn't give you a lower interest rate. Anthony, did you just tell me to get debt? I sure did, because it saves you money in the long run. So if you're paying 22% over here and you can refi that into a loan that is only at 8%, heck yeah, I want you to do that, because you're paying less back in interest. There's a strategy to everything that I'm teaching. Number three, you should not consider this if you haven't seriously tried budgeting or the debt snowball method. Number four, you can't handle 2 to 4 years of a credit damage. Number five, you're not prepared for the possibility of being sued by some of your creditors. So family, debt relief is not a magic solution. I want to be honest with you. It is one of the last resorts before bankruptcy. If you don't meet these criteria, keep watching, because I'm going to give you some different alternatives. Now, if you decide, which I recommend a lot of you to consider the free evaluation from Freedom Debt Relief or Accredited Debt Relief. Building credit the traditional way is slow and confusing, and most credit cards want you to rack up debt just to boost your score. You see, I used to think that you had to choose between staying debt-free or having a good credit score. But, here's what I've discovered. There's actually a way to build credit without any credit checks, without going into debt, and without paying crazy interest fees. And it works faster than I thought possible. See, my friends at Kickoff, they are the truth. They are doing something different. They help you build credit the right way without the debt trap. I've seen people go from no credit to a 700 plus score using their system, and they did it completely debt free. Say one more time, completely debt free. Over 150,000 people have left 5-star reviews on the App Store. Users see an average of 34 points increase in their credit score. Some even see, watch this, up to 84 points within the first 12 months. These aren't just numbers. These are real people getting approved for homes and getting better interest rates. Here's the truth. Every month you wait is another month of paying higher interest rates on everything. A good credit score can save you a lot of money, thousands on a mortgage, hundreds on car insurance, and even help you skip the security deposits. Don't let bad credit cost you money. I want you to visit anthonyoneal.com/kickoff right now to get started for as little as $1 on your first month. I want you to build credit the debt-free way because your future self will thank you. There are 15 critical questions you must ask before signing anything, before cutting a check, before doing anything with them. All right? I put all 15 questions in the show notes below this video. Screenshot them, copy them, write them down, or print them out. Do not get on a call with any debt relief company without these questions in front of you. And you need to get every single question asked, because these questions cover everything from fee structure to success rates to what happens if you get sued. If a company can't answer these questions clearly, or if they pressure you to sign up immediately without walking you through the process, then you need to run, even from these two companies. But I vetted them, and they've answered these questions for me. Again, the 15 questions are in the show notes. Use them to protect yourself. Use them to protect you and your money. Now, let me tell you about my friend Sarah, who's in the Black community. It's a real person who gave me permission to share her story. You see, Sarah's a single mom making roughly about $50,000 a year. After her divorce, she had $45,000 on the credit card debt. Her minimum payments were about $1,200 a month. That was more than her rent. Her rent was only like right around $800, I believe. She got on our plan. She used our wealth tracker tool. She was budgeting. She tried the debt snowball, and she's honestly still working the debt snowball as well. But the interest was killing her. Here's what happened when she chose debt relief. Month 1 through 6, she told me she stopped paying her credit cards because they were already 5-6 months behind. And she put $800 a month into her settlement account. Her credit score did drop about 80 points, she told me. She did get some collection calls frequently throughout the week. Month 7 through 18, the debt relief company started negotiating. They settled her first card, $8,000 debt, watch this, for $3,200. Then another $12,000 for $4,800. Month 19 through 36, we're getting into year 2, going to year 3. They settled the remaining debts, total of about $45,000 in debt for $18,500 in settlements. Plus, she had to pay the $6,750 in fees. So Sarah saved $19,750. But her credit took about 3 years to fully recover. She dealt with stress. She dealt with some collections. And she said she almost had one lawsuit. But they did not proceed forward with it because she settled with them. Was it worth it to Sarah? I asked her. She says, heck yeah. She said, because if I didn't do that, she said, bankruptcy would have been next, Anthony. And I know you talk about bankruptcy, you avoid that at all costs. So if I had to deal with some collection calls, a possible lawsuit, and my credit being hurt, my credit was already shot. Heck yeah, Anthony, it was worth it. It saved me so much money. She said, but it wasn't easy. And she even admitted it's not for everyone. So before you even think about debt relief, I want to make sure that you've exhausted these options and these alternatives. Most of you watching this can solve your debt problem without damaging your credit at all. You all know me, I teach the debt snowball method. We're going to link that free PDF inside of the book on how to use a debt snowball method to get out of debt. But real quickly, you're going to list all of your debt from smallest to largest. You're going to make the minimums on everything, then attack the smallest debt with everything you've got. When it's going, you're going to take that payment and add it to the next smallest debt. This method has not only just helped me, but it helped literally millions of our family members become debt-free without destroying their credit. It honestly helped them. So again, we're going to put the link to that book down below. Alternative number 2 is you can try direct negotiating with your creditors. You can call your creditors today. Ask for hardship programs. Many will reduce your interest rate, lower your payments, or even settle for less than what you honestly owe without going through a debt relief company. And here's the third alternative: nonprofit credit counseling. You can go to organizations like NFCC to find legitimate credit counseling agencies. They have 68 to about 70% success rates and cost under $1,000 in total, way less than debt relief. But they only go up to a certain amount, and honestly, they're not as aggressive, right? But it's another option. It's another option. Alternative number 4, you can do some debt consolidation. Remember, if you still have decent credit, you might qualify for a consolidation loan of 6 to 12% interest. We only consider this though if we're paying more than 6 to 12%. So if you're paying 18% and you can get it at, let's say in the middle at 8 to 9%, that is a good refi. Do that because now you're saving money in the long run. And this will save you thousands in interest and get you even debt free faster. Because I want you to try these. I want you to try these. But I do believe some of you are saying, Anthony, I've tried. And that's fine. That's fine. Listen, if you've listened to everything I've said and debt relief still feels like it makes sense for your situation, I want you to consider it. I want you to consider it. I have reached out to these 2 companies and they're going to give you a free evaluation, Freedom Debt Relief and Accredited Debt Relief. These 2 companies I do trust. No payment required at all. No commitment, just information. All you have to do is go to anthonyoneal.com/debt relief right now. That is anthonyoneal.com/debt relief. And I want to say this clearly again. You're not paying anything up front to sign up. You're not committing to anything. You're just getting a free evaluation to see if you qualify and if it makes sense for your situation or you and your family's situation.